Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I'm continuing my playthrough of Knights over Stalingrad. We're starting the 29th of November turn. Before we get started, a minor correction from the previous episode regarding my replacement aircraft that I got. I was actually already at my limit of 3 BF-109s with gondolas, so I'm not allowed to take a fourth one. Return that back and pull a regular BF-109. And there we go. Okay. And then one other thing before we start, because I chose not to repair this aircraft that landed at Potomnik last turn. The pilot there is gonna be delayed another day before he can return, so we'll move that up on the turn track there. Yeah, so I think we're ready to get started. We will roll for the weather. A 2 is going to be clear skies. And let's see what our mission's going to be. Escort mission to Potomnik. Okay. Pretty similar to what we had last time, but this time we're going to go to Potomnik instead. So we'll be rendezvousing at sector I-3. Let's get a rendezvous marker and put it there. I-3 is in the approaches. We'll roll on C7 to determine what we are going to be escorting. And then once we arrive at Potomnik, we'll roll on C4 for enemy interception. There'll be an airfield target ground marker, which I now understand why that's there. We finally got that rule straight. And yeah, so very similar, minus the named aces that got involved last time. All right, so we have to pick 4 fighters to go on this mission. Definitely want... I think we'll just go with all of our gondolas and then this fella. Okay. And sure I'm not forgetting anything. Did the weather, did the mission setup. Excuse me. There's no additional forces that are needed immediately. And we're not short on aircraft, so we don't need to request assistance. So we can go ahead and get rolling here. All right. Well, seeing as how we're all fighters for the time being, I think we will utilize some diagonal movement to go to here. This will have a +1. And then I need to remember this time also that if we do roll on chart B2, that gets a +1 as well. But the 3 is going to be no event. On row 4, rows 4 through 8, a 1 through 6 is no event. Okay, we're going to be moving into row 3 next, which means a 1 through 5 will be no event. We'll roll for an event here, and a 9 becomes a 10. It's going to be an in-flight event card. Okay, we have a navigation error. Lead aircraft gets lost and flies off course. If we're the Axis, which we are, immediately move the flight 1 sector south and 1 sector east. Okay. Not really affect us too much. All right, so now we will be going straight into here, so no +1 for this roll. Although, okay, so now since we moved into it orthogonally, not diagonally, I got some clarification on this whole event/rendezvous thing from Dan, and he's going to be making some rules modifications to make this a little bit more clear, I think. But basically, 7.1.4, which states that if you're rendezvousing, you complete that before rolling for an event. The exception to that is if you're moving diagonally. If you're using diagonal movement, then the event occurs before the rendezvous. So we are not moving diagonally, so we will rendezvous first. So we're rolling on table C7, which is the Axis Escort Mission Table. Roll a d6. Now 1 is going to give us 1d3 of JU52s. So we don't get any BF110s to help us out this time. So d3 plus 2. So 5 of them. And again, these are our transports that we know and love now. Hopefully they don't all get destroyed this time. We did manage to land 1 last time, I guess, but not at the airfield we were supposed to. All right, so this is what we're escorting. And again, because we're on an inbound mission, or we're inbound on a mission into the cauldron, these are considered to be loaded with supplies. So we don't want to lose those. All right, now we can roll for our event for entering this sector. No die roll modifier. 1 is no event. Now we will enter the cauldron. So the very first thing that happens before anything, before rendezvous, before rolling for an event, is we have to resolve the cauldron flak. We got pretty lucky with this last time. Let's see how we do this time. All right, so for for cauldron flak, we have to roll on chart A10 for each type of aircraft. So we have fighters and we have transports. Got up over here. So first we'll roll for the fighters. And the weather is clear skies, so there's no die roll modifiers for this. So for our fighters, excuse me, we roll, and we're rolling a d8. We're rolling 8, which is going to be a hit. Then we roll a d3 to determine how many of our fighters are hit. And it's going to be 2 of them. So now we need to figure out which 2. So for the first hit, we'll do 1 through 4 here. Well, we don't have a d4, so we'll do a d8 and divide it by 2. So 3 is going to be this guy. So he gets 1 damage for now. And then for the second one, we'll do a D3 and it'll be 1, 2, 3. So the last one in the line there. And he has 1 damage for now. We'll go ahead and roll. Let's go ahead and resolve their actual flak damage then. So now we need to roll twice on table A5 for each of these. Again, no die roll modifier. 7 will result in a level C hit. An 8 will result in a level B hit. And if we, in either of those cases, this 1 will get removed and we'll just apply whatever we draw. Otherwise, if we roll a miss both times, then this 1 will stay on there. All right, so let's see what we get. And I assume these hits are resolved separately. We'll go with that till I hear otherwise. All right, so we're rolling for this one here, the gondola. So the first one is a level C hit. So 1 damage, so we'll just leave that 1 on him. Do a damage check. Oh. Critical failure. You know what? I just remember something I read in the rules that makes me think these aren't resolved separately. Where was that? Under flak attacks, cauldron flak, hitting, improved flak, parent flak. It was something about, yeah, here it is. A hit on chart A5 nullifies the previous 1 damage, and the damage is determined by the normal drawing of the indicated damage chit, including the possibility of a critical hit by rolling a 1. If an aircraft incurs 2 or more flak hits and rolls for critical damage, choose the highest damage level chit for the critical hit damage chit draw. So that tells me right there that if you get 2 hits, you're only doing 1 damage check, and then if that ends up being critical. So say, for example, we got a level C hit and a level B hit. Those were our 2 hits. We apply all of that damage, then we roll for the critical, and if we get a critical, then we choose the highest damage level chit, which in this case would be the B, and we draw another B chit for the extra damage from the critical hit. So based on that, I'm going to conclude that we need to roll for the other flak hit first. Let's do that. And it's exactly the situation that I described. So he did a level C hit and a level B hit. So that's going to be 4 damage. And now we roll for the critical, or for the damage check, and we rolled a 1. So it is a critical. We get flipped. And then we draw another one, and since the higher of the 2 is a B, this will be a B. 3 more damage. Yikes. And another damage check, and he's gone already. Roll for bailout and roll for evasion. Okay. Did bail out and evaded. So we'll put a we'll do that later. We're going to put an evading pilot marker on the turn track for him. All right. Next one. 2 rolls for that. a miss, and 6 is a miss, right? Please. Yes. All right. So he just keeps the 1 damage that he got from the original hit roll on chart A10. Now we roll for the transports on chart A10. And 1 or more of them will get hit on a 5 or higher. Oh, good. So missed the transports completely. All right. Now, after all that, we get to roll to see if we get an event. And we're in the cauldron column now. No die roll modifier. 4 in the cauldron is no event. All right, so now we move into the, I guess I should have put a target waypoint here. That's where we're heading. So since we moved into the target sector orthogonally, we do not need to roll for an event. But now, we roll on chart C4. See what kind of fighters we're going up against and how many. So it's going to be a D3 plus 3. Nice, only 4. And they will be from the 239th. So 4 of these. No wingmen. And no aces. I like to see that. All right. We need to do our detection check. So we have an ace. Their best is a veteran, so that gives us a +1. But they are all fighters, and we're not. So that takes us back to 0. It'll be a straight roll. 1 is terrible. They get a +2 for the first round. All right, let's do theirs first. D10 plus 8. D10 plus 8. D8 plus 8. There we go. That's more like it. And D6 plus 8. 10. All right. D12 plus 7. 13. D10 plus 7. 17. And D10 plus 8. 14. Okay, pretty good. Our transports, we got 5 of them at +2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Got a couple of pairs here. This one will be at 7. We've got 2 that'll be at 10. And we have another one at 7. All right. These guys will roll for a single initiative placement in round 2, as will they. All right, so this guy is going to bypass down to here. Roll a D10. Gets 2 hits. Oh boy, this is not starting off well. 5 damage. Damage check. Failed. He will stay there as a potential target. Well, looks like this one's going after him. D10. 1 hit. For 4. Kills the rear gunner, but they don't have one. Damage check. Passed. Alright, this one's now going to go after this flipped transport. The D10. And he misses. Alright. We want to go after these guys that can still attack. So this one's going to go here. It's the green pilot. Maybe we can one-shot him. D10. Nope. And we'll have our ace try. There we go. 2 hits. That's going to be a guaranteed kill. 5 and 3 is 8. We're taking that guy out. Well, I can't bypass, though. Alright. We're taking that guy out, but I wanted to get the ones that could still attack this round. Just for fun, we'll see what happened to that pilot. He's KA. No points for that, unfortunately. Alright. So these now no longer have enemies above them, so they can go to action taken. These 2 can pass. This one's going to go after one of these guys, doesn't matter which. D8, and he missed. Then, okay, now since this one's damaged now, he's these guys are no longer swim buddies. These ones are, though, so let's make sure we keep them touching so we know that. Then this guy passes. All right, round 2. Let's see if we can get these guys on the ground. D12 plus 7. 10. D10 plus 8. 16. D10 plus 7. 8. Oh, you know what, too? I forgot my airfield target. All right. That may come into play this round. Okay, what do we got next? They have a couple of D10s plus 6. We'll do the one with damage first. 16. At least we can head on him. That'll prevent him from attacking anyone else. D10 plus 6. 13. And D8 plus 6. 7. All right, we'll do our buddies first. D8 plus 2. Oh boy. And the damaged one. Rather had him way down low there. 5 plus 1 is 6. Then these 2, 8 and 7. Okay, they'll protect him a little bit. This one goes in 10. And this one goes in 9. All right. Head on. D10s for each of us. Mine first. 2 hits and a miss. Perfect. This is not a gondola, right? Yeah. So 3 and 3 is 6. That'll do it. Roll for their pilot. Bails out and evades capture. All right, that was excellent. Okay, this one's going to go after this transport. D10. 2 hits. 2 and 3 makes 5. Damage check. Yes. He didn't bypass anyone, so you can go straight to action taken. All right. Now let's see if we can take this guy out before he does any harm. D12. Nope. All right. So next, this one will attempt to land. He was targeted this round. So that's going to be a -1 die roll modifier. He's landing in round 2, which is another -1. But it's clear, so he gets a +1 for that. It's going to be a net -1 to this landing roll. Need a 2 or higher for a safe landing. Rolling a D8. On. So on a 0 to 1, you roll a D6. On a roll of 1 to 3, the aircraft flips to the damage side, draws a level A damage, and the pilot is wounded for 1d3 days. Well, if that happens, this thing's going to be destroyed because he can only take 3 more damage. On a 4 to 6, then we need to consult the rule book to see what happens. Let's hope we get a 4 to 6. Yes. All right. So consult 764 and 765. I think one deals with if they're flipped and one is if they're not. If an undamaged aircraft makes an unsafe landing, it is flipped to its damaged side and draws a level C damage chit. The total damage exceeds the pilot's experience level, the aircraft is destroyed. All right, so we'll put him up here. He's going to flip and then draw a level C, which does 2 more damage. Puts him at 7. And the pilot, where'd we go here? Lost my page. There it is. The pilot. Nothing happens to the pilot. Okay. All right, then this guy is going to attempt to land. Again with a -1 die roll modifier. And he lands safely. All right, this one is attacking here. Hopefully take him out. No. So this one's going to attack here. The D8. Missed. Great. All right, this one will attempt to land. Same modifiers as before. However, He is on his damage side, so that's an additional -1. So he's going to be at -2. Land safely. All right. These guys with a -1 die roll modifier. Land safely. Land safely. Alrighty. Now let's see if they can make it through this last round intact. And we can rack up a bunch of points here. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. Okay, D12 plus 7. Ooh, nice. That's what we want to see. D10 plus 8. Also nice. And D10 plus 7. Not so nice. D10 plus 6. 16. We still got 2 guys that can try to take him out. We just need this one to roll under 4. Well, 4 or less would work. On a D8. Yes. Gonna be here. So if we get lucky here, we can take these guys out before they can go after our guys on the ground. Let's start here with the D12. There we go. Come on, let's get 2 5s. Oh, come. 3 and 3, the worst result possible. 6. Damage check. Ooh, failed with a critical. There we go. Finish this guy off. Needs 4 more. Oh, come on. Well, hopefully he'll fail this damage check, though. Damage check. Oh, yeah, failed that big time. I guess can you chain criticals? Be interesting to know. In this case, it wasn't necessary, but I guess it never would be, because if they fail twice, they're destroyed anyway. All right, flip him over. Check the pilot's fate. He bails out, but he is captured. Great. All right. So this one's done. Now we got 2 chances to take this guy out. D10. 1 hit. 4, 3. Yep. Damage check. Passed. All right, Mr. Veteran Gondola. Let's finish this guy off. 1 hit. 5 damage. That'll do it. And roll for the pilot. Fails out and is captured. Now this is the way the mission is supposed to go. All right, airfield didn't come into play. Let's figure up our point. All right. Have friendly aircraft lands supplies at mission location is 3 points for each. So there's 15 right there. We lose 2 points for each damaged transport. So that takes us down to 11. We're also going to lose 2 for this fighter. So that puts us at 9. But then we gain 2 for each of these fighters. So that's 8. Puts us at 17. And then no points for him, but 2 points for this veteran that was captured, 19. And 1 point for the experienced pilot that was captured for 20. 20 mission points there. Guys, go back to here. These can all go back. All right. Turn to deck. These can all go back as well. And let's go ahead and find out how long our pilot is going to spend evading. 2 days. So we'll get an evading pilot marker. And put him, so he's evading here. He'll be back to us here. And let's note that that is a veteran. So when and if that aircraft gets replaced, it'll need to be replaced with a veteran pilot. And this can go to lost now. I didn't even look at my dogfight cards. Because I maybe should have used that. But it worked out okay without it. All right. So that's going to wrap up the action over the mission hex, the mission sector. So now we can start heading back. We're all fighters, so we could use diagonal movement. I think we're going to have to get back through that flak again. This can be removed now. I mean, we do have the option to land here, but if we do, then these 3 aircraft will be unavailable to us for the next mission. I mean, theoretically, we could then just replace some of these. I mean, we're going to have plenty of mission points. Maybe we do that. Rather than risk losing more points on the way home. Seems like a good option, huh? I don't believe there's any other penalty for that, unless I'm missing something. I mean, I did that in the last campaign, or the last mission, and Dan didn't say that I did anything wrong there. So yeah, I think we'll just do that. Take our 20 points and call it a day. We will need to roll for landing, of course. But actually with clear weather and none of them are damaged, it's going to be automatic success for all the landings. So let's go ahead and do that. So these three are all going to end up turn track here. Move that damaged one to the top so I don't forget about him this time. We'll want to spend a point to repair that as well. Yeah. We're going to get this one back next turn too. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just send this back to there. And that will end the mission. So let's spend our mission points. So we have 20. I'd like to save 10 because that will let us purchase 2 campaign points. Get us back to 0 at least. So we got 10 to spend. No, we can't. Don't have that much room for replacements. So we have one aircraft here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can actually replace 2 and still be at our limit of 8. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, one of them needs to be, I guess what we can do is just, not sure how you're supposed to do this, because normally these stay here and don't go back into the pool until the pool runs out, but this one, the one for this guy has to be for an ace pilot or a veteran pilot, so I'm thinking we see if we have any veterans that we can pull. I don't think we're allowed any more gunboats, right? We got or was that he was piloting a gunboat, right? Yeah, because we only have 2 there. So yeah, actually we can get a veteran gondola if there's any left. Oh yeah, plenty. So we'll spend 2 for that, which is for this guy. So we'll just put it here in. What's the best way to do this? We just put it here on the turn track where he was at. Then, not sure how this isn't going to work so well in the physical game because these counters are actually larger than these spaces. So, put some thought into how that's going to work in the physical game. So that was 2 points that we spent. We can replace another one because now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so actually we're probably going to be short 1 aircraft for the next mission. That's okay. You can request help. It'll give me an opportunity to show you how that works. All right, so now we just draw a random PF-109 for our other replacement. Ooh, nice, we got an ace. That's 2 more points spent. Then we've got 1 point that we need to spend to repair this one. And yeah, so that leaves us with 6. We're at our limit of dogfight cards. We could purchase some dogfight cards to replace some of these if we wanted to. But maybe we'll do that with 1. Because I'm thinking we want to bank 4 points, because that'll put us up to 10 banked points, and that opens up quite a few options for things we can spend banked points on. So yeah, why don't we spend 1 on a dogfight card? It's another avoid attack. Initiative differential of 1 or less. Let's see how that compares with these others. I'd say probably get rid of one of these two since they do exactly the same thing. Yeah, we'll get rid of this Hartman Escape. Keep the wing over. Then we'll spend 10 for 2 campaign points, which puts us back to 0. And we'll bank the other 4. So up to 10 banked points. So before the next mission, we'll look at what we can spend those on. All right, this can get returned. You get a post-mission card. Oh, Ace transfers out again? Come on. And I'm guessing it's probably, I don't know, I guess question for you here, Dan. Can it be one that's still returning from Potomnik? Or does it have to be someone that's currently available? Which means it'll be this guy. And then we draw a random replacement for him. So I'm going to assume it has to be this guy. We'll put him over into the lost box and draw another one. Hey, we got another ace. It's fine. All right. Then we will advance our turn marker, which brings this guy back to us. So we have 3 aircraft that are ready for the next mission. And I think that's going to do it. Pretty quick mission this time. And highly successful, I think. So thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments. And we'll see you next time for more Nights over Stalingrad. Bye for now.